Okay, hello. Friday, 3 o'clock Eastern, and here we are. Friends, team, I'm streaming in 2 places. I'm on Instagram because I thought that if you are a current doTERRA customer, current doTERRA builder, or somebody interested in getting started in doTERRA, you'd want to be here to listen to this. If not, keep on hopping over to other people's content if that's what you're doing right now on Instagram. Team, hello. I'm in our Whole Fit Wellness Leader group. So as I mentioned, I'm double streaming. Here's what's on the agenda for the next 15 minutes. I just finished up a blog post. Yes, I still blog. I started blogging 10 years ago, and I still enjoy doing it. And it's a really helpful way to consolidate information, okay? So I created a blog post to my team on Facebook. It's in the description of this video if you want to have it open. Instagram, if you want to head over on a laptop or something as I go, or later on, it's WholeFit, so HOL-fit.com/blog/doTERRA health habits, all lowercase. If you have that up in front of you, you're going to see that I did a post today talking about this brand new collection that doTERRA launched called the Healthy Habits Collection. It's an exclusive kit that's been launched, and it is at a reduced price, quite an awesome reduced price for the entire month of April and May. So I'm doing this broadcast for 2 reasons. Number one, I want to share what's in this kit and why, in my opinion, it is the very best little collection doTERRA has ever created. It is also going to be the collection that I am going to encourage all of my new customers to start with when they want to start their healthy lifestyle using doTERRA's products, because it really has everything they could need to build the foundations of health. And just a real quick tangent. Where we are at today in our world, more and more people have begun to realize how important it is to take their health into their own hands, at least a good 80% of their health. They're realizing that the health game really needs to tilt towards the direction of prevention. And regardless of where you're all individually at in your health journey, some of you, maybe you've been hanging out with me for years, maybe you're on my wellness team, maybe you're somebody who you've implemented a lot of great habits over the years to take ownership of your health, and that's great. That's the goal, right? Maybe some of you are so new to this concept of true self and healthcare that you don't know where to start. This collection I want to go through with you is where you want to start. It is going to build the foundations of health. It's going to work with you to support every system in your body. Because just a PSA, your body knows what it's doing. Your body is always working to come back to homeostasis, to come back to a state of balance and of strength in its systems. And you are designed to feel amazing and strong and healthy and vibrant, but there are a lot of things in our world today that are distracting that life force. And this is what this collection does. So I want to go through it. But I also want to share with you that there are over 100 free doTERRA events taking place across the US and Canada. They've already started. They're running all through April and all through May. If you want to check out where these events are happening, if you want to see if there's one happening in your city, in that blog post, I gave you the links to the Canadian cities and the US cities. Team, they're in our team calendar. We've already plugged them all in. So you can go there, you can find the date, you can find the registration link, nice and easy there. The reason you might want to come to these tours is it's going to be a 2-hour event, a free event, where you're going to learn some deep, solid education on the foundations of a healthy lifestyle using this collection. Also, you're gonna like this part. You're going to be able to purchase the kit either at the tour or the day of the tour. If you want to do it from home and then come to the tour that night, you show proof of purchase and you're going home with a free 15 ml Copaiba. Now that's for you if you're a current customer and you're purchasing this collection at your wholesale discount. If you're brand new and you're not with doTERRA yet, and you enroll with this kit the day of one of these tour events and you show up to that event, either showing proof of purchase or you purchase the kit at the event, you're not only gonna go home that night with a 15 mil Copaiba, yeah, but also a 15 mil balance, which I'm gonna use right now. I don't know about you guys, but whenever I start talking or educating on a certain oil and it like hits the consciousness, I crave it. You guys the same way? So yeah, here's how this is working. I see someone on Instagram asking about this. doTERRA is allocating a specific amount of inventory at each of one of these tour stops based on the registrations. So this is why it's so important for you to just hop in, even though it's a free event. Hop into that Eventbrite through that link in my blog and say that you're going, save your spot, because a lot of them do sell out. Like in previous years, we've had over 1,000 people at the London stop where I live, that's where I'll be going, and we didn't have room. And so there were a lot of people standing, which is fine. But doTERRA really needs to know this year, because this is the first time that they've ever offered the opportunity for you to go home with a guaranteed bottle of Copaiba if you purchase the kit the day of or at the event. If you're enrolling with the kit, you also go home with a free balance. First time they've ever done that. At these events, there are always giveaways. So, you know, you could be one of the hundreds that win something, but you can definitely go home with something if you follow what I've just said. And I wanted to make that super clear, because here's the deal. This collection I'm gonna go through right now, this Health Habits collection, it's available right now. So you could hop in and purchase it. If you're a current customer, you could hop in and purchase it. If you are a new customer wanting to enroll, you could hop in and enroll with it. Great, you're gonna get the reduced price because it's running all of April and all of May, and I'll go through the pricing in a moment. But you're not gonna be able to receive the free Copaiba and free balance if you don't purchase it the day of the event that's happening in your city. So I would say only purchase this collection if you know you can't go to one of the city stops. Does that part make sense? Tell me what your questions are, if you have any, before I go through the kit. I just really wanted to hop on and stress this because I do see a lot of leaders sharing this new collection because it just launched April 1st. And that's great, but we need to make sure everyone understands. Jenna, you're confused. What are you confused about? Let me know. Jackie, you said it makes sense. Sabrina said it makes sense. Let me know. What questions do you have about this? No, there will not be retail at these events. There never is, because that's not how doTERRA works. You just sign up for your own wholesale account, and that's how you order, and the products come right to your home, right? But this is the first time doTERRA's ever done this, where they will actually have quantities of these bottles ready to give out to people who purchase at the event. I think that's where you're getting confused, right? You're purchasing, you're hopping on your phone or iPad or computer that you have with you, or we'll have them there at the events. We're making sure that we have tables set up for people who want to purchase the kit. They do it through the computer, then they go home that night with the freebies, and the kit will be mailed to them. Okay? Vanny said, so you enroll someone, they go show they did, and they get the items. Exactly. So you just need to show proof of purchase. I mean, they're allowing you to purchase it the day of the event if you don't want to go through any kind of lineup or something at the event, but it has to be the day of. It can't be, you can't purchase this today and then show up next week at one of these events and show proof of purchase. They can't honor that because they have to have a specific amount of bottles at each event to make sure that we don't run out, okay? So you can't just come, and we can't have like hundreds of people showing up who purchased the kit weeks ago. So that I just wanted to really stress and make sure you understood. So purchase it for sure, enroll for sure. Anytime you want throughout April and May, it's at a reduced cost, but only do that if you know you can't get out to one of these free events. And just so you know, these free events, they're pure product education from 7 to 9, the day of those events, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. But there's also, if you've ever had any interest in learning about the wellness business side within doTERRA, there is a business training from 4 to 6, and that is $5 in Canada and $10 in the US. that will be super cool as well. So you can come for the whole day. There's a little break between 6 and 7, but it's really open to anybody, you guys. Like, bring some friends. It's a great event. You're also going to be learning not only about this kit I'm going to go through, but you'll also be taken through some pretty awesome education on the difference between Copaiba and CBD oil, because there's a ton of questions out there, right? Tons of questions. And you may have heard, so this Copaiba that you can go home with for free at those events, this is one of the few essential oils that interact with the endocannabinoid system, which is what CBD oil does and what THC does. But you're gonna learn why this is the way to go, because of the way the receptors, the channels within the endocannabinoid system that it interacts with. You can create reproducible results in a much safer, predictable way, okay? You're gonna be taken through some pretty awesome science on that. So if you've wanted to learn, maybe you've been experimenting with companies who are producing CBD oil, like who isn't these days, right? But there's a lot of questions around that within the industry. You gotta start asking some questions of all these companies, just like with essential oils, you have to ask questions of these companies. So let me go through, I've got the blog post up on my iPad. Yes, I have my big iMac streaming here, my phone streaming here, my laptop here. Like, what other devices can I get going on here? Okay, so this exclusive collection, you guys, is available, like I mentioned, at a reduced price for the month of April and May. In the blog, then I give you the link to the events where it's going to be presented at, which city stops. This collection is such an amazing price point and such a great way to bring in the top products that doTERRA offers all in one kit. Like, I am so pumped about this kit. And you guys, like in my leader group, honestly, I see this kit changing the way we teach classes going forward. Typically, if you've ever been out to an essential oil class, we will teach you about the top 10 oils, right? This kit should be a new class, teaching people the foundations of health, how this kit supports deeper nutrition, stress management, better sleep, higher energy, skin, exercise, all of those pillars of a healthy lifestyle this kit supports, okay? So I want you to think, if you're building this as a business, how can this kit now be a class that you teach, okay? So I'm gonna go through the items in the collection, just one by one really quick, and then I'll give you the prices. And again, if you wanna hop over to wholefit.com/blog/doTERRA health habits, this info is gonna pull up for you and you can reference it as I go. Okay, so the first thing and most exciting part of this is that this kit includes the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Let me know on Instagram. I know my whole leader team here is likely using this. If they're not, hello, let's get our everything working well, okay? This is what this supplement line does. Now, this is doTERRA's #1 product. I think that's really important to understand. This is the most ordered product in all of doTERRA land, even though obviously we know doTERRA has the highest quality essential oils in the world. This is the most ordered product because it works. Right out of the gate, I want you to know, this has a 30-day money-back guarantee, okay? I don't know if a lot of you knew that, because doTERRA is very confident that when you use this, within 30 days, you will start to feel more energy. You'll notice your skin starts to glow. You'll notice your hair is stronger, your nails are stronger. You'll notice that you're sleeping better. You'll notice that you're pooping better. You'll notice that your brain is sharper. There are a lot of things affected when we don't get what we need through our diet. And you can say all you want about this. I see people all the time say, no, I don't need to supplement because I eat healthy. You're looking at one of the healthiest eaters right here. I'll tell you right now, I do a lot of things you wouldn't even want to know around making sure what I bring into our home is clean, is whole food sourced, okay? However, I've been able to be a good example to myself of what happens when you add something in like this line, okay? I couldn't believe the changes. And I was not taking a committed supplement system before doTERRA. I was doing a lot of little things, a lot of, I guess hacking, a lot of just trying a lot of different supplements and tools, but nothing with good results, to be honest. And when I started with doTERRA 5 years ago, I began taking this, and I've been taking it for that long, and I will not go a day without it. If we go out for lunch, you know, I'm gonna be that friend with my tackle box of supplements, because I'm not willing to experience a day feeling like I have when I have forgotten to take it. You know what I mean? If you've ever forgotten to bring your supplements with you and you've been traveling or something, real problems, right? You want that kind of energy and life force in your body that you know you have with these. So this Lifelong Vitality Pack is 3 different supplements, okay? Yeah, I see a lot of you commenting on Instagram, you know, what you noticed happened for you when you started taking these. I love hearing those things. And it's great to hear different experiences, because a lot of people have different results. A lot of things that they maybe didn't realize were lacking in their diet before. So bioavailable food nutrients is the most important thing I want to emphasize. There's a lot of supplements that you might be taking right now from the drugstore or health food store that are not actually being absorbed in your body. So we need to make sure what we're taking in supplement form is bioavailable. So doTERRA uses something called the glycoprotein matrix. It's a way of delivering in the body to make sure that it's absorbed. And what this means is you're not going to have bright neon urine. It's one of the first things you'll notice when you take doTERRA supplements. You'll be like, oh, interesting. I don't have that, you know, scary yellow urine anymore. So this has whole food nutrients, omegas, antioxidants, phytonutrients, vitamins, minerals, all being absorbed. So that's the Lifelong Vitality Pack. So that's the first thing in this kit. The second thing is TerraZyme. So this is a blend of 10 active whole food enzymes. It helps the great food that you're eating, it absorbs. So especially if you're eating like raw salads, for example, that can be difficult for a lot of people to absorb and digest and eliminate properly, right? So not only with that, but if you're not eating so well, it's going to super help you, because, you know, let's say you go out for a night of pizza. I love pizza. It's like one of my favorite foods in the world, but I don't feel so hot if I haven't taken a TerraZyme when I'm eating it, because it helps everything to break down better, helps it digest, helps it absorb, and helps it eliminate properly. TerraZyme, in my opinion, is one of the most important things you could do for your body, especially, listen up, if you are somebody who's experiencing skin issues, because your internal picture always shows itself through your skin. So I've talked before about my babe, Emmy. When Emmy was first born, for her whole first year, she had full-blown eczema. Now, I was not using doTERRA yet. I hadn't been introduced to it yet. And my goodness, I wish I was. But if I could go back in time, I know that taking TerraZyme and sprinkling a little bit into the foods that she was starting to eat after a year old would have helped her so big, because I have recommended this to so many people who have skin issues, so many mothers who have young ones who have skin issues. And it's gonna help break things down, because initially what's happening in the skin, not to go on a tangent here, but typically you see this happen with leaky gut situations. So also supplementing with probiotics, which I'm going to talk about in a moment, can help with that a lot. But TerraZyme, you guys, if you have anything going on with your skin, I highly recommend this. Now, it comes in the kit, so you're going to be able to try this for 30 days, right? So that's the second thing. The third thing is the PB Assist. So I just talked about probiotics a second ago. So this is really what's going to heal the guts. It's going to plant the right kind of flora. So you're planting better soil in your body, so that all of your systems start working together better. So you seal up the gut, you plant the right soil, right? And this goes a long way in doing that. This probiotic is unique. So I'm sure a lot of you have supplemented with probiotics before. I have for years and years and years before doTERRA's. So the reason that doTERRA's is so unique, if you've ever seen it, this is actually an empty bottle I had to bring up because I'm waiting on my order to come. But if you've seen the probiotic capsule, you'll notice it looks pretty funky, right? It's like green. You can see that it's 2 capsules in one. That's because it has a prebiotic fiber, which is basically like the food for the probiotics, and then 6 strains of probiotics, which deliver a total of 6 billion CFUs. Yes, the green machine. I love that, Lauren. So this makes sure that it survives the stomach acid. A lot of the probiotics that are sold today die in your stomach. They don't make it to your guts, to your intestines. Also for this reason, doTERRA's probiotic does not need to be refrigerated. because of the way it's encapsulated. Now, Canadians, I want to stress something here. This comes in the collection if you order it from the US warehouse. It does not come in the collection if you order this collection from the Canadian warehouse, because this probiotic is sitting on the desk of Health Canada, still waiting to be approved. It has been now for probably over a year. They like to take their time with things, that's fine. But you have the option of ordering this kit from the US to include the PB Assist, the probiotic, and I'll give you your price points in a moment. Or you can order the kit from the Canadian warehouse without the probiotic, and the price has been downgraded to reflect that, okay? So I wanted to just stress that. I do think it is worth, if you're in Canada, ordering from the US to get this. That's what I do. It's what I've always done. I do place orders from time to time from the Canadian warehouse, but we just don't have everything there. So just wanted to make that point. So those are the first three things in the kit. Fourth thing, Deep Blue Rub. Can't say enough about this. What I will say is if you want to experience a spa massage from home whenever you feel like it, just grab this puppy, take a little bit. You do not need a lot. Like, I'm talking like that, right? And just massage it into the back of your neck. I find the aroma of Deep Blue is so soothing, so calming. It is, I mean, there are a lot of people who love the aroma. It's a topical blend, right? Massage into the back of your neck, traps. If you can find somebody in your home to give you a massage, even better. But it comes in this kit. Now, heads up. We all know you can get this for free this month as well if you order before the 15th of April. If you place a 200 PV order by the 15th of April. So let's just say you want to order this collection because you're not going to be going to a city tour where the events are. I think the PV of this kit is 105 or 110. So order a few other things to bring your order up to 200 so you get this for free. You'll have 2 of these then, okay? Just saying, that's what I would do. Okay, I did a video too on my 3 favorite ways to use this. It's linked up in the blog post. Now let's talk about the oils. So then there's 5 beautiful, supportive essential oils in this collection. Now they're 5 ml bottles, which means you're going to have about 85 applications per bottle. So these are the mini bottles, right? Typically, when you reorder in doTERRA, or if you've ordered the Home Essentials kit, for example, you'd get the standard bottle size, which is about 250 drops per bottle. So you can see the difference, right? So the reason this is great is this is awesome for new customers who aren't sure what they might use these oils for. Now they're going to get into a nice rhythm with this kit because there's a great booklet that you're going to get at the events, and it's also in the blog that shows you how to use this whole kit in a typical day. However, the 5 ml bottles are perfect for when you're just getting started. So let me go through them really quick. The first one you receive is Balance Blend, okay? Our favorite oil for just grounding in the moment, for feeling less anxious. I love the aroma of this. Men love this as well. It has kind of a mountainy air aroma to it, very grounding, the wood oils. You dab it on your pulse points, breathe it in to feel that instant relaxation, right? Oh, I'm just obsessed. I've already put it on twice during this broadcast. So what's recommended for the daily use with this kit is that you put a couple drops in the bottoms of your feet because that works its way through the body pretty quick. But I also want to smell it, so I like to put it on my pulse points and just breathe in. The second one is lemon for all things cleansing. This is our cleansing powerhouse, right? Add it to your drinking water, 1 or 2 drops. If you have a bottle like this, like a Swell bottle, 20 ounces, personally what I do is 2 drops, that's it, okay? So that's a great first start with lemon, but you can also make your own cleaners with it. You can remove stains, you can diffuse it on its own to purify the air. It's just, I mean, you'll go through this one super fast. It's just a little guy. 85 applications if you're only using 1 drop at a time. The third oil that you receive is frankincense. This alone makes this kit worth a lot more than the price. So frankincense, I'm sure you've heard of it by now. It is the most researched essential oil if you hop over to PubMed. So many research projects going on with frankincense right now because it's that powerhouse. You may have heard before, if you're new to oils and you don't know what to use, then grab your frankincense because it's so multi-use. It's so rich in supportive constituents for various systems in your body. You really can't go wrong with it. You can use it all 3 ways. One of the ways that's recommended with the Daily Health Habits Kit is to take 1 to 2 drops internally on your tongue every day to support total body health, help with inflammation, support the immune system. It's promoting healthy cell growth as well, which is what we want to be thinking of, because your body is always regenerating. It's always rebuilding ourselves, and what an empowering thought that is. But we want to make sure that the cells that are copying themselves, that are being recreated, are being formed with the right integrity, okay? You can read between the lines. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up what happens when cells don't die or clean out properly, okay? Glowing skin, one of my favorite recommendations here is just to add 1 drop to your hand with a little bit of argan or jojoba oil. That's Jojoba. Now you can use fractionated coconut oil. I have a bottle here, but I'm not gonna knock everything over to grab it. And you just work that into your skin. What I recommend, I mean, if you have other beautifying oils at home, it's great to alternate. So I'm thinking of geranium, I'm thinking of immortelle, I'm thinking of yarrow palm. But frankincense, if you're brand new and you wanna really boost the glow in your skin and make yourself a nice face oil, then add 1 drop of frankincense to your face oil. Even if you wanna add it to a more natural face cream that you're using right now, you'll notice results really quickly. So that's in the kit. We have 2 more to go through. Lavender, this is the queen of calming, right? So we use this for all things skin. This will be the most used oil. If you're a mama with your kids, you will use this all the time with your kids because it's so gentle and it's so supportive of the skin. So when we have little ones, a lot of the issues we're dealing with are sleep and skin. It's usually some kind of combination of those 2 things, right? So frankincense is so helpful, has so many different uses. So for the skin, you can dilute it 1 drop in your hand with a little coconut oil, right? Maybe about a tablespoon of coconut oil if you have a really young baby, massaging that into the skin if they have anything going on. In the summer, if you have bug bites or bee stings, 1 dab right on. If you curl your hair and you accidentally burn your neck, grab your lavender right away, okay? So it's good for all things skin. It's also good for all things sleep and calming emotionally, right? You can take a drop on a little cotton ball, tuck it in your pillowcase, or diffuse it at night by your bed if you have a diffuser. You'll get a ton of uses out of this little guy. And again, there's about 85 drops. You'll probably go through this really quick, just like you will with the lavender. Okay, and then the last one is On Guard. So this is doTERRA's most popular blend, I would say. It's a powerhouse for the immune system. You can use this one all 3 ways. One good habit to get into if you have kids who go to school would be to diffuse On Guard every day after school, just to clean that air. Maybe they've brought something home with them. It purifies the air nicely. If you're getting a bit of a scratchy throat, you can do a drop in a glass of water and gargle and swallow. So it can be taken internally. And then for cleaning as well, I love to add this to our On Guard hand soaps just to boost that immune support. I make all-purpose cleaners with it. If you're in our oil community and you have the green cleaning book, you'll see that it's used in quite a few of those recipes. So let me just read through some of the comments and then I'll go through the pricing before I wrap this up. Ashley said she also makes a spray with melaleuca and lavender. After every diaper change, she sprays it on. Prevents and treats diaper rash. That's so awesome. Yeah, so many uses. Frankincense as well, gentle for babies, applied on the baby's crown right out of the womb to help ground, to connect to the outside world. I mean, if I have one regret, it's that I didn't have doTERRA when I first became a mom. For sure. Okay, keep your comments coming. My mom wanted to remind everyone that frankincense can be too intense on some people's skin, so to dilute. Yeah, and I highly recommend if you're new to oils, and even if you're not, diluting them makes the most sense. Why not? You're gonna help increase the surface area so it's not evaporating off your skin right away, and then it's also not intense, and you're also not gonna burn through your oils quite as quickly. So I'm a big advocate for diluting when you're applying topically, and you can just use coconut oil or olive oil. Yeah, Maggie, I agree. She said oils work better when diluted. I find the same thing. Yeah, because actually, there's a quick flash off. A quick flash off. If you put a drop of oil on your skin, they're volatile. They evaporate really quickly. So you're also losing the effectiveness of that oil right away. So a carrier creates that lipid barrier so the oils stay on the surface longer. Okay, who wants to go through pricing? So, like I said at the start of this, these prices are available just through April and May. Okay, now this kit is not only available to current customers to purchase, it is also for the months of April and May available as an enrollment kit. And this is where we're seeing the biggest savings. Now we are begging doTERRA to keep this kit on as an enrollment kit. I think if enough of us ask for it, they will. So just keep that in mind. We're hoping that this stays around as an enrollment kit because again, like I said, I really feel this is where customers need to be starting going forward. So here's the pricing. I'll go through the US first and then Canada. So in the US, when you purchase the Healthy Habits kit as an enrollment kit, it's on sale for $158 US. Regular price $220. You're saving $62. It's like nutty. This is actually, it's crazy. Like I said, the best savings are on the enrollment kits. For current customers in the US, it's $148 US. The regular price is $185. So you're saving $37. Okay? Any questions about the US price? Okay, Canada. We like to be difficult. So we have a couple of different price situations going on because you can obviously also order from the US. So I want to give you the two different pricing structures, okay? Canadians who purchase from the Canadian warehouse to purchase the enrollment kit. And as a reminder, the Canadian kit does not include the probiotic, okay? So as an enrollment kit, it's $178 Canadian. The regular price is $252 Canadian, so you're saving $74. Okay? For current Canadian customers purchasing from the Canadian warehouse, the price is $168 Canadian. So that's not an enrollment kit in that situation. You already have a wholesale account and you're just purchasing the collection. $168 Canadian. Regular price is $210, so you're saving $42 Canadian. Now, if you're in Canada and you want to order from the US warehouse because you want to get the probiotics, if you purchase it as an enrollment kit, it'll be $167 US, which would work out to approximately $217 Canadian. So that actually is a complete, I looked up the pricing on this. To purchase the PB Assist on its own as a Canadian, purchasing from the US, it's about $40. And that's almost the exact difference between purchasing the kit in Canada versus the US. So it's literally like no difference there. And just so you know, I mentioned I'm a Canadian who purchases from the US warehouse. The reason I do that is because I don't pay for any customs or duties and I don't pay for any taxes. All I'm paying for is the exchange rate and shipping, okay? It actually, right now and for most of this year, it has worked out to be basically the same price. Because if I'm purchasing from the Canadian warehouse, I get to add tax onto that, which is 13% in Ontario. It just, all things considered, because you don't pay customs and duties from the US, it works out to be the same. So let me say that one more time. Canadians purchasing from the US warehouse because you want the probiotics, your price will be $167.50 US, which is about $217 Canadian. If you're a current customer in Canada and you want to purchase from the US warehouse, your price is $156.80 US, which would be about $203 Canadian. Okay? So, let me just give you a few other details. Yes, this can be ordered through your LRP if you're a current customer. What else do I want you to know? The most important thing is that if you're planning to go to a tour event, I just want to keep saying this. Is this like the 7th time I've said this? The most important thing, if you're going to one of the tour events, and totally go, it's going to be so fun. You'll learn a lot. You're gonna receive the free Copaiba if you're a current customer and you purchase this kit, and you'll receive a free Balance and Copaiba if you're not a customer yet and you purchase at this event. So, having said that, do we have any questions before I go? I just want to make sure this is really clear. Team, wellness team, over on Facebook. 2 quick things. Check out the blog post for sure. I also have all of the tour dates in our team calendar. I'll post the link for that if you don't have it. Just search it within our group, you'll find it. But I also want you to know we are coming together to do a big collaboration for our team. It's going to run in June, and it's going to be focused on this kit. It's going to be a health habits focused event. For 30 days in June, we're going to teach you how to support your self-care, cleansing, sleep quality, stress management, exercise, nutrition. We're bringing all the leaders together on our team to provide content for you. You're gonna get an ebook, we're gonna do giveaways, it's gonna be so fun. So what I would say is get your kit now, like April or May, but then plan to purchase it again in June. Because again, this is like a regular order kind of kit, because once you start using Lifelong Vitality and TerraZyme and the probiotics, and you learn the right habits and rituals to have in place with the oils that you get in this kit, this will be the kind of collection you'll probably order going forward most months. It's all there and it's bundled at a lower price, okay? Questions? I see we've got a few on Instagram. Let me just see what came up. Oh, someone said you're so awesome. Well, thank you. It's not a question, but I'll take that. Ashley said, what are your best tips to share with other wellness advocates to get new prospects instead of just customers? I can't read the rest of your question. Sorry, Ashley. Feel free to just ask it in the live. Man, I find Instagram is really difficult to navigate. Like, how come I can't get rid of? Okay, here we go. Holly said she's been hesitant to take oils internally. Totally cool, don't have to. I find what happens for most customers is they build up a lot of experiences using the oils externally, like topically and aromatically, and then they move into that next realm when they're feeling confident and comfortable. Keep in mind, most of what you breathe in, most of what you're putting on your skin is all working its way in internally. So this topic becomes convoluted because it's not as if your body separates what you're taking internally versus what you're putting on your skin. It all works its way in, but internal would have the most impact. So you can work your way gently towards that, or maybe not at all. It's up to you. Christine said, I was never a believer in vitamins. When I started taking them 3 years ago, I noticed a major shift in my mood. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm with you. I used to think that if I just was eating really clean and eating a lot of greens, I didn't need vitamins. That was my story as well. But you have to try it for 30 days and watch what happens, right? You'll start to just realize, wow, it's been a couple weeks since I felt really tired. You know, and it's weird, right? When we have something that's debilitating or low energy or pain or whatever, we know it. We think about it all the time because it's very present. It's in our awareness. But when we start to feel really good, we often don't realize it in the moment. We all of a sudden stop and think one day, wow, it's been weeks since I had a headache. Or I've been sleeping so good lately. I wonder why. Like, it's just the blanks being filled in. Okay, any other questions? Are we good with this? Oh, okay, Ashley was saying, like, what's the best way to have customers come to this? Honestly, if you have customers who live near you, invite them to come with you in your car. Maybe you go grab dinner. Maybe you fill your car with a bunch of local friends and you go for dinner. It could be friends that aren't in doTERRA yet. It could be a mix, whatever. If they don't live next to you, then personally invite them to one of these events. Look at where they're happening. If you have a friend in Colorado Springs, go find when the event is and personally invite them. Tell them why they're going to enjoy this event. Make it specific for them. What's in it for them? Because keep in mind, people don't care about what you have to say if it doesn't affect them. if you have somebody in your life who is struggling in one of these areas within their health, whether it be self-care, I mean, honestly, I challenge you to find somebody who doesn't have at least one of these things that they would love to see improve. So what might shift for them if you to one of these tours? Like, we have to get out of our heads sometimes and stop making things so difficult, and sometimes we have to stop making it about us and worrying what people will think. If, like, I mean, I've shared this on this broadcast. I wish I had access to these tools when I was a new mom. I wish I had access to these tools right out of university. Like, I wish, but I didn't. And I'm so grateful that somebody shared these tools with me when they did. That would be a regret of mine, is I just wish these tools were around during those pivotal times of my life when I could have used them. So let's not be selfish, and let's think about who needs this content. It's up to them once they're there. I mean, as you guys know, when you're building a doTERRA business, hey, take it or leave it. There is no hype. I did a podcast on this last week? The topic of the podcast was, your example is the mic drop. What you'll notice in doTERRA, specifically within the leadership in doTERRA, is there is no hype. There is only examples of what this lifestyle does, of what this business does for people. I'm not interested in anything else, which is why I was never interested in doing anything within network marketing until I came across this, because to me, this is the way home for people. Now, it's not up to me to decide what somebody does with the opportunity I give them. It's up to them, and I'll let them take their time with it as long as they need, and I'm not gonna hound them. I'll check in with them once in a while. But these events are a big opportunity for people to come together, to be surrounded by people who are thinking at a higher level. A lot of people, your friend who lives in Colorado Springs or Alaska or Hawaii or wherever, they may not have a circle around them that supports them in living higher and healthier. So coming to these events is important for community reasons, right? These only happen 1 to 2 times a year, you guys. So like, fill your car, create a lot of excitement. If you're a leader in an area, take some of your friends and other leaders out for dinner. Like, bring these events to life, because doTERRA is showing up for you in a big way with this collection. A lot of the local leaders are coming together. I know in London, where I live, we have Susan Bursick and Megan Terzes and a lot of other local leaders here in London and in my home city who are coming together to put on an amazing event for you. They're showing up, they're serving, they're serving with their gifts, and they're sharing their experiences and testimonials with you. They're taking the time to do that because this lifestyle has changed their life, okay? So don't miss these events. If you'd like to hop over to that blog post, if you're building doTERRA and you wanna take how I've worded it, I spent all day working on it because I know there's a lot of information out there. So go take a look at it and make it your own. And yeah, I'm glad this helped. We have no more questions, which means you guys are good to go. And I had a lot of questions with this content at the beginning of the week. So I'm glad that you don't have any questions. That means I've done my job. All right, we'll wrap this baby up. I will upload this to YouTube tonight, so that if you'd like to share this, if this would help your teams, if you want to share this with your customers, whatever, watch for it on YouTube. I'll make it a shareable video, and I'll also embed it within the blog post. Have a great weekend.